This evening, viewers, our focus is at least starting with AI investments in India. Global tech leaders are turning their focus sharply towards India and the scale of commitments announced after meeting Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and this signals a powerful vote of confidence by many of these companies. Let me take you through some of the most recent announcements made in this space. Let's begin with first a snapshot. As you can see on your screen, we have Amazon, Microsoft, Cognizant and Intel. Amazon has committed to invest about $35 billion in AI in India. Microsoft, $17.5 billion. And that number, by the way, was $3 billion before. So that's quadrupled, in fact, to $17.5 billion. Cognizant is also planning to expand into emerging cities in India. And Intel recently was in the news for firming a new MOU with the Tata Group. Now, let's dive into each of these announcements. When it comes to Amazon, as I told you, it's planning to invest over $35 billion in India through the course of 2030. So that is in the next 4 years. That's the amount that we're looking at when it comes to Amazon. It also targets $80 billion in cumulative e-commerce exports. And this is a huge step to bolster India's e-commerce muscle. 1 million new job opportunities will also be created by 2030 via Amazon's AI investment. And this will also bring AI benefits to about 1.5 crore small businesses. So that's a huge push. And along with this, it also aims to extend the benefits of AI to about 40 lakh government school students under its AI for All initiative. Now, when you come and look at Microsoft, now Microsoft has committed about $17.5 billion, and this news just came in yesterday. And this, by the way, is the largest ever investment made in Asia by the tech giant. As I said, this investment is highly focused towards making AI infrastructure, especially in hyperscaling. Now, hyperscaling is basically, it refers to rapid advancement and investment of AI infrastructures in India. And earlier, this commitment was just $3 billion. So now that number has increased to $17.5 billion. When you look at Tata, Tata was also in the news as Intel made an MOU with Tata Group. And this agreement basically would enable manufacturing, assembly, and packaging at upcoming facilities in India. It also plans to support India's semiconductor mission. Remember, the government in recent times has taken many initiatives to also strengthen our semicon ecosystem. Also, AI PC solutions and localization of key semicon supply chains will also be a key metric of this particular agreement. When you look at Cognizant, Cognizant has reiterated its commitment to expanding into emerging cities in India, and it also aims to promote equitable growth and talent development. But moving on, viewers, Amazon Global's Russell Grandinetti says that AI will create far more opportunities than there are reasons for concern. He also spoke about Amazon's core principles, their expansion plans in India, the role of AI in employment opportunities, and a lot more. Let's take a look at this conversation with my colleague, Shrimi Chaudhary.
Cars and electricity changed the world. They eliminated jobs, but ultimately, the society it brought us, the capabilities it brought us, the jobs that became available as a result of those technological changes, even the internet in general, has made possible all the investments we just talked about. They're only possible because of the internet evolving and creating a commercial opportunity. So it's true, too, that AI will change the way some work is done. Certain kinds of work won't be done anymore or won't be done the same way. Inside of our company, we're working very hard to ask our teams to learn new skills and adapt to what is now possible.
And viewers, let's also focus on a key announcement that's been made by Satya Nadella when he was speaking at an event in Delhi today. Now, though Microsoft CEO has announced that Microsoft will skill 2 crore Indians in AI and digital technologies, let's listen into a brief excerpt from his keynote address. He also said, in fact, that Microsoft has already invested in data centers across the country and is building a new India South Central Cloud region in Hyderabad that will launch in 2026. Let's take a look.
right here in India, we're thrilled about sort of all the data center capacity that is coming live. We already have stuff in Pune and in Chennai and Mumbai, and we're very excited of the India South Central, which is in Hyderabad, that's going to come up next year. And so this is going to be the next big data center region for us, which is going to be scaled very rapidly. One of the things we're very proud of is it's 100% renewable power. And so it's great to see us thinking about the tokens per dollar per watt with sustainability as a front and center priority. And not only are we building all this infrastructure, but we're also building it with real sovereignty controls, right? Because sovereignty is a super important topic. Everyone wants to make sure that they can control both the control plane, the data plane, and the application tier. And so we are building multiple options. There's the public cloud with sovereignty option. There is the private cloud option.
And on that note, we are being joined by Tarun R Kodnani, founder at Flowace AI, and Vinayak Shrivastav, co-founder and CEO at VideoVerse. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us this evening. Let me begin with asking Kodnani, with big AI investments from Amazon, Microsoft, Intel, and Cognizant pouring into India, how do you see these changing the job market here in the next 5 to 10 years? And will they create more jobs, or will roles disappear? Because that's a key concern that people really talk about.
Sure. So I'll just quickly start off, right? Firstly, we should be extremely grateful to Modi ji for putting this effort for bringing in so much infrastructure in India, encouraging Microsoft to come into India, because this just opens the landscape. There are 4 or 5 layers that we need to know when we think of AI. The first layer is called the infrastructure layer. The second layer is called the data layer. The third one is the model layer. Orchestration layer is the fourth one. And the fifth one is the output layer. Now, just because we have brilliant infrastructure coming in India, startups will have unbelievable amount of opportunity. New ideas will come in, new initiatives will be taken. And honestly speaking, whenever there's any kind of revolution, and AI is a revolution, there always is that fear of jobs getting sort of some jobs being negated, some people losing their jobs. But I would actually encourage everyone to think that this is one of the biggest opportunities in their hand. As Mr. Einstein has said, adversity, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. If you keep thinking that I'm going to lose my job, you'll never ever be able to make the most of this opportunity. And it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. So if you upskill yourself, give something to your customer which AI can enable you to allow them to do it, you are in for real good business of the future, and real sort of skill development will encourage this, right? I mean, if you're skilled to learn AI, you will get the best opportunities out there. And Mr. Jensen had said that you're actually competing with another individual who is skilled with AI. So we should not fear AI. We should sort of hug it, encourage each and every team member within your organization, and deliver more with AI.
Mr. Kodnani, do not fear AI, but hug AI instead. But speaking of opportunities, I'd like to get Shrivastav into this conversation. Mr. Shrivastav, what new kinds of opportunities do these investments open up for ordinary Indians who are not necessarily engineers or IT professionals? For example, people in small towns, in the retail healthcare space, or in farming.
Thank you, Malika. I think what we're witnessing right now in itself is revolutionary, right? This is basically a defining moment for India and a global AI landscape. The kind of commitments we're seeing, especially the 1.5 lakh crore investment by Microsoft reported by NDTV, I think it shows remarkable confidence in India's capability, scale, and digital infrastructure. I think this partnership, not only with Microsoft, with Intel, with Amazon, this is not just another investment announcement. I think it's a structural shift. It reinforces that India is now becoming a core hub of AI infrastructure, sovereign cloud, like Mr. Satya Nadella was just talking about it, and enterprise adoption. And this is not just for India, but for Asia and the world. And I really want to congratulate the government of India and Prime Minister Modi ji for enabling this environment. The ease of collaboration, the clarity of digital public infrastructure, and the long-term vision are the reasons why global tech leaders like Satya Nadella are making the largest investments and commitments right now here in India. I think what's important, and coming back to your primary question, I think the most important thing is the tier 2 and tier 3 is definitely going to be impacted and benefit as well. I think remote AI jobs have become mainstream. AI talent is now fully location agnostic. A young person in Indore, Surat, Ranchi, or Coimbatore can work on global AI projects without needing to move to Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, Mumbai. Opportunities include AI operations, data labeling, annotation, training, AI content creation, video media, AI workflows, and the massive upskilling that's happening for 2 crore Indians. Satya Nadella's commitment to skill 2 crore Indian means small town youth will get access to the same future ready training as metro cities. I think this makes the field a little level playing for everyone. Cloud AI fundamentals, AI assisted coding, creative AI tools, business workflow automation. This will make small town India one of the largest AI ready talent pools in the world. And this is actually just going to be an explosion of local entrepreneurs. We're going to see a lot more coming out of tier 2, tier 3 as we go deeper. And it's going to create demand for local content, languages. And you'll see AI finally break language barrier. We'll see millions of jobs in regional content creation, dubbing, subtitling, hyperlocal journalism. All of this is going to be powered by AI. I think this is going to be very interesting because there's going to be new jobs also that is going to be created in retail, agriculture, logistics. I think one important thing for all of us to pick up here is, for the first time, opportunity in India is no longer defined by your PIN code. With AI and with Microsoft skilling push, a young person in a small town will have the same opportunities as someone in the metro.
Very well said, Shrivastav. The fact that opportunities, especially job opportunities in India, with the help of AI, would not be dependable on where you come from. And you said PIN codes. An interesting takeaway from your answer. But Kodnani, many workers in India are not from tech backgrounds. And therefore, how can we make sure upskilling programs reach them so they don't get left behind in the AI race? And how do you see the government and companies work together on this?
So that's actually a worry for many non-technical people, right? That, yeah, I'm not so skilled, I'll lose my job. Someone else who's technically sound will probably get my job. Now, to make this a little level playing, the most critical thing is hunger, which I feel our country has a lot, right? If they know that if they do this, they'll progress. At one point in time, outsourcing became huge in India because we were hungry to take on that work. In a similar way, I would say that rather than fearing that I'm losing my job because I'm non-technical, today learning a little bit of technical knowledge with the help of AI is extremely simple. You need not be the fanciest coder or the smartest coder on the planet today. AI is there for you to upskill you automatically. You just put your idea in, you actually get results. So the dynamics is changing a little. We shouldn't think that we aren't technologically enabled. That's why I can't use AI. You actually don't need to be technologically enabled to use AI. You just, anyone and everyone, whoever is hungry to make the most of AI will actually win the race. It's flipped the problem actually. Initially, we used to say that if you're only technically sound, you can develop something, which is no more true. And I agree with this simple thing that AI is going to change is a lot of small individuals. Like individuals can become entrepreneurs. Initially, it was always like big people have to hire lots of people to make an organization. Entrepreneurship will take a completely different shift. So the way I look at it is, if you're not getting a job, it leads to an opportunity to solve a problem. And that's how I think every Indian has to start thinking. If they are worrying about their job getting lost, they'll stay in the worry zone. We can genuinely become the next. So if you think of the GCC market, right, the Global Capability Center market, we became an exciting market in the last generation purely because of our hard work, our intelligence. The same core principles, if applied with AI, will allow us to become the nervous system of the world. Because once we've already achieved the back office enablement, we already have all the data. And with that, we can leverage and become the leader in the world. So if you have to think of the problem a little differently, Malika, because if you keep worrying about it, I'm not so talented, I'm not so equipped, it automatically defeats your hunger. You need to stay hungry, you need to stay foolish, you need to stay energetic and chase knowledge. The minute you chase knowledge, AI is at your disposal to do a lot of different things.
Right. In fact, I'd also like to just get in a quote by the Google CEO, Sundar Pichai, and he said to a news publication very recently that we will have to work through societal disruption as AI comes in. And this was basically on the lines of whether AI would go ahead and cut jobs or would it become an enabler. And as you mentioned, I think he was more on the side of the fact that AI could be an enabler. But Shrivastav, getting you into this conversation back again, what role, according to you, can India play in global AI innovation? Now that these big companies are investing here, will we become a leader in certain AI areas, according to you?
Definitely. I think it's going to be very interesting to see, Malika. I think what's happening right now is India definitely can become the global model for responsible AI development. And it's surely because of our scale, right? Like we have 1.4 billion people and our digital infrastructure. India can actually set the global benchmark for how AI is deployed safely, ethically, and at a scale of our size, right? Like opportunities, clear guardrails around data privacy, safe AI in public services, transparency in AI-driven decision making, bias monitoring and algorithms. I think if AI can work responsibly in India, it can work responsibly anywhere in the world. And this is just the core of how India can get started. India can lead the world in AI skilling and inclusion. I think Microsoft skilling 2 crore Indian is just the start of it. I think it's just not a talent move. It's like you added, like it's a societal stability move. India can prevent disruption by rapidly upskilling frontline workers, making AI literacy mainstream, creating new career pathways for youth, and definitely ensuring tier 2 and 3 India isn't left behind. The best way to counter disruption is to prepare people faster than technology disrupts them. And India is uniquely positioned to do that. I think India can drive AI that solves real world societal problems. Unlike West, India's biggest AI use cases are healthcare, agriculture, financial inclusion, education access,
Right.
governance, and service delivery.
Got it.
So AI in India is just not about efficiency. I think it's about uplifting quality of life for millions.
Wow, not just about efficiency, but also about uplifting quality of life for millions. That will stay with me. But thank you so much, Tarun R Kodnani, founder at Flowace AI, as well as Vinayak Shrivastav, co-founder and CEO at VideoVerse, for giving us your insights on this very interesting and trending topic.